third graders. Today's learning target is I can make connections and add to my old thinking. So today we're going to be making some connections. Remember that ice storm down in Guadalajara, Mexico? Now that we know more about clouds, we can go back to that storm and our original thinking about it and add some more details. That's what scientists do when they learn more stuff. They go back and look at their findings from before and think, does the new thing I learned have connections here? Let's add it in there. We're also going to learn how to find a document in your Google Drive and attach it to an assignment. It's a little different than what we've been doing so far. So far, I've made the Google Doc for you to work on, and you have done your work and turned it in. This time you'll be going and finding a file on your computer and uploading that with some changes in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our old See, Wonder, Think activity. We're going to add our new thinking to it, and we're going to turn it in again. Because just like scientists, as we learn more, we change our thinking. Don't forget to stay till the end in this video. I've included a picture of the kitties at the very end. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to attach a document that you've made before to a new assignment. First, we're going to go into Classroom and go to Classwork. And you're going to go down and find Science, Making Connections. That's today's science lesson. When you open it up, you want to view the assignment and read the directions. Now, here the button says Add or Create. We don't want to create a new one, we want to add something. So we're going to go down, and if you were creating new, you'd choose one of these. But for this, we're going to get into our Google Drive and find something we made before. Okay, now this example student, here's her work right there. You might have to search for it by scrolling around and finding the exact assignment you want. But here's the See, Wonder, Think chart that she made a couple weeks ago, and she's going to insert it into this assignment. And Google thinks about it. Yep, there it is. Don't click Turn In yet, because this person has only gotten to step 2. She watched my teacher video. That's this video that's happening now. She just attached her document by finding it in her Google Drive and attaching it here. Now she needs to open it up and add new thinking. Last week you learned about what clouds actually are, and you learned about the water cycle to learn where clouds come from. You also learned some important science words like evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. So now that this example student has learned all those things, she's going to open up her work and add some ideas. When she's totally done adding some ideas, that's when she'll click the Turn In button. There have to be changes, though, for me to mark this correct. I mentioned this in the directions right here. You must include ideas about the water cycle for this assignment to count as finished correctly. So to earn your 2 points this week, when I open up your work, I should see something about maybe she went in here and added the word precipitation to explain what the hail was. Or maybe she's going to talk about that the storm clouds formed after lots of droplets condensed into storm clouds and drifted over the land and then came down that way. I'm sure you guys will do some awesome work and surprise me with your connections and your thinking. But you must include some of your new learning to be done. So once this person has made those changes and added to her thinking here, she's going to click the Turn In button, and that's all she has to do for this work. Before this video ends, I'm going to take you through a couple of reminders of things we learned last week that will help you add to your thinking in your chart. So first, and you may want to pause the video and talk to someone in your home here, why do you think we used warm water in the gas trap activity? What do you think would have happened if we used cold water instead? Or maybe you even tried that. Take a minute and think about that. So remember the puddle? It looked like the water was completely disappearing. Well, where was the water going? If water on the ground is warmed up from hot weather, it's more likely to evaporate and become water gas in the air above us. That's why in the water cycle that sun was so important. It beats down and warms up the liquid water, making it more likely to evaporate and become a gas. Water gas can form clouds. That's that condensation idea. And this is important because ice is made of water, and ice is what fell from the sky in the storm. Last week, while you were studying water as a gas and studying the water cycle, we found someone who was there for the hailstorm. He has a question for us. Let's see if we can help him. And he says, "Hi, I get that water on the ground can become water gas up in the sky, but it was so hot out before this ice storm. How did the water up in the sky freeze into ice?" Which is a great question. Hopefully we'll get some new clues in our next mystery later this week. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.